Is everybody ready? Oh my goodness. Today, hi, Jill Hoyrup here, Master Psychic, Intuitive Healer, and Coach. Today, we are jumping into our 2019 release party, take 2, to pull in some of the energies that are happening right now. Full moon today, 12/12 portal. And Chiron retrograde. It's about to go direct, I think today or tomorrow. So we are going to pull in these energies and do another release. So if anybody's feeling like me, 2019, I just decided was the worst year of my life thus far, of this lifetime that I know of. So, sorry, my hair. So I'm done with it. I've been actually doing a review the last couple months as a way of getting up and out everything so that it can be released and let go and forgotten. So I don't know if any of you are feeling that way. Please let me know if you are. Hi, Esther, darling. Yay, you're here. Sorry, I'm just going to post. I just did my, I don't know, I do a 2019 review every year on my Facebook. And so I just was finishing it and I need to post it. So, because that was part of, I wanted to do that before. I wanted to do that before we jumped on this call because I want to get rid of everything, right? Get rid of everything. I did a big possession purge a couple months ago too. So if you're going through possession purges and or like emotional or energetic, I mean, that's what we're going to do today. So hi, Cindy. So good to see you. Yay. Everybody get your water. I just feel like this is going to be a big one. I don't know what's going to happen yet. So I'm going to hydrate because I went on a walk earlier. So I still need to hydrate. Okay. So if you're just joining in, I should do that for you. Jill Hoyrup here. Hi, guys. So I don't have my Meg Benedicte stuff up, but if you want to go, I'm not going to quote her today, you guys. I was going to, but I guess I forgot where it was. I had it in my email. Hi, Mabel. Nice to see you. All right, so if you were on my mailing list, I sent an email yesterday, I think, telling you about today. And I suggested that you go through and do your 2019 review mentally, physically do it and see what comes up for you. If you didn't have a chance to do it, that's okay. The reason why I was having you do that is because then you're pulling up everything into your awareness so that it's easier to let go, okay? So think about right now, tune in a little bit and think about what you want to release for 2019 and or for your life. So I know some of you are kind of turning corners with where you're at in life and what you're doing. Oh, by the way, how's the sound, guys? How's the sound? I just realized I didn't ask you, but I know you would tell me if it was bad, right? So some of you are turning a corner. Like Esther, this is for you. Like you are making a lot of changes. I mean, you've been on this road of change for a couple years, but I feel like for you, you're really zoning in a little bit more. So you're really turning a corner with starting to take ownership of your life and create it the way that you want. So thank you on the sound. So that's where I see you at least. So when I talk about turning a corner, I mean, like I feel like I'm in a big regrouping mode. I don't know if any of you feel that way too, but I kind of feel like I'm drawn a line in the sand and I'm stepping over it into like this new life now. I don't know what that is or where it is, but that's how I feel what's going on inside of me. So you might be feeling like that. So in any case, the whole point is we are going to, they're actually telling me we're going to do a little activation at the end like we did last time. So I have good news, you guys. My sound is better. Sorry, except for the truck passing by right now. The sound is better because I have my own little router now. Yay, I'm not living in the dark ages. I have my own internet, so maybe that's why. And I feel like I look clearer too. So yay. No construction noise. Double yay. Triple yay. Okay. So let's do a couple deep breaths here, you guys. I can stop yapping. So a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Get us connected to ourselves and each other. Yeah. So I'm just kind of tuning in. I'm actually like, Gay, you're coming up right now in case you watch later, but like I'm tuning in. You told me you were going to be here, so that's kind of why you're on my mind. But like I'm tuning into my, you guys, the audience and the regulars. And what I'm noticing, I am feeling a collective shift for us. So you'll have to let me know if you're feeling that. If you are feeling these shifts in your life. Now, I've been talking about it a little bit. I've been talking about the rest of 2019 and the release energy and the letting go and feeling like we're starting to set foundations and plant seeds as we start moving into a new decade. Like it's funny because I'm going to be 50 in February. I'm like, I don't ever think about, oh, it's a new decade. It's always a new year. But for me, I'm pulling up a lot of energy in this new decade. And I haven't read all the energy reports about the Aquarian age. See, I can't quote all this stuff, you guys. It's not my forte. But what my energetic sense is that this decade is going to be a big one. I feel like there's going to be a lot happening. There's already been a lot of shifting in the energies of the earth and planetary stuff in general. And then if I don't really want to, but if I tune into the US and all of the uproar with the politics lately is like crazy, ridiculous in my opinion. But energetically, it's really bubbling and boiling things up, right? And things are having to be faced or having to be shifted. And anyway, that's a whole other topic that I won't talk about. I'm just amazed at the energy that people expend on politics. So that's all I'll say about that. But so let me see. I'm going to see there. Okay. So they're telling me that we are going to be pulling in these things little by little. So we're starting with the full moon today. So in general, full moons are all about releases, releasing what doesn't work and letting it go. Now, a lot of people use that for the new moon as well, which is okay. So right now we've got the 1212 portal. And if you want to learn more about that, read Meg Benedicte, because I really like what she talks about with portals and things like that. And then this is also the start of the eclipse season. So that is something to notice. And I was reading my Elizabeth Peru, and she was talking about how this eclipse season is the ending of the one that we had in February. So you can think back on February and what was going on, and now we're like closing the door on all of the stuff that's happened between February and now. So eclipse energy is really powerful for new beginnings and again, letting go. And sometimes literally during a full moon or eclipse, the universe will provide you a little blessing in disguise of like blowing up your life or blowing up your relationships. So the energies of the eclipses also can start affecting you 3 months prior to the actual eclipse. And when I reread that and got it back in my head yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes sense for me for the last 3 months. I'm like, okay, like everything kind of exploded. And the energies of the eclipse can last up to 6 months after the eclipse. So that's a lot of time to be churning about in this energy and regrouping or reevaluating or whatever. So if that makes sense to you. That's what's going on. So we're going to be using a little bit of those eclipse energies and the 1212 portal. and now the full moon. So is everybody ready? Tell me how everybody's feeling as we go through this. Please feel free to share what you're feeling and how you are experiencing this. It's different for everybody. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting, and you don't have to match it at all. So, and have your water handy. If you don't have any, go grab some right now. Okay. So, a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, please. Okay, let me just say a little something because it's just popped up. If you are feeling, okay, so I don't know if you were on the last release party, but we ended up doing this whole, like it was out of control in a good way. Like it went so many different places, right, you guys? And it was really powerful and different and surprising, but good. So what came up for that was releasing, you know, beliefs and thoughts. And we did a whole thing on beliefs, releasing the experiences that we have triggers with, right? Those emotional triggers. So what I was hearing just now before I started saying all that is that some of you, I can sense, and I feel like it's people that are on the replay. I feel like you might be hesitating because there's something scary about releasing and really letting go. Really true. Like I've been really working on this a lot myself for my own recent experiences. So, you know, how do we really let go? How do we really release it? And what I have discovered is it's really a conscious choice and a decision that you then make, along with some actions to back it up. So think about how that might apply to your situation and what you may not want to let go of. Now, when we're coming at it from an energetic standpoint, like we are today, then when you release, just know that whenever I do cord cutting, whenever I do release, whenever I do all this kind of work, each individual has the opportunity to not accept it and or change it back later and or shift it and reconnect a different way later. So I don't want you guys freaking out that if you decide to let go of a person in your life, that doesn't mean never, ever, ever, ever again anything with that person. It means you are going to be shifting up the energetic connection between that person and yourself or that thing. For example, this will be great if you really want to change in your life and you don't want to work at your job anymore. Be careful of this because you don't want to leave the job before you have another one, perhaps, or a business. If you need money to pay bills, for example. But just know that the energies are there behind you to support you. Does this make sense? Hi, Christine. Welcome. Hey, Angela. Yay! Just getting started. So I just feel like I had to say that little blip about releasing because I can feel some hesitance with some of you, and I want to give you kind of some comfort in that. Now, having said that, there will be those of you and me who want to release and completely be done. So you can decide your own level of what this is for you. Okay. So I don't need to say anything else about that. Okay, good. Okay, a couple deep breaths. Now we're really starting. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay. Oh, and Mabel, you said you've been really tired lately. Yeah, I've been really, I haven't been sleeping right. So I believe that's full moon and eclipse energy that you're picking up, in case anyone else is feeling that way. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we're starting with the full moon energy of right now. So let's see what that feels like for us. For me, it's coming in gently, kind of mid-torso, third-ish chakra. And yeah. To me, that's feeling really like I'm just feeling really comforted and soft and cuddly, almost like the energy that we felt at the end of Manifested on Sunday, like just wanting to be enveloped and have a little nap. I just feel a lot of love. I feel a lot of support. I feel a lot of comfort type feelings, and it's now slowly moving up. You may feel it a different way. Let us know how you're feeling it. Like I almost feel like I want to cry. I don't know if that's hitting anybody. And I'm being told that's a release cry, and also the way it feels cry. Like, I guess I am kind of crying because I don't feel like I've been supported lately, like by the universe. Okay. So hopefully you're feeling that support coming in. That's the way I'm feeling it. Noise confirmation from outside. Yeah. I did not even think to have Kleenex. I got nothing. You guys, I got nothing here for me. Hold on. Oh wait, I do. I do. Yeah, so if you're feeling that, that's good. Let it release. Let that release. Angela's feeling it in her heart. Okay, good. Whew, I was not expecting that. Um, but okay, so I want to just speak to that for a minute because that's good for me to know. That is a good emotion for me to recognize, right? The lack of support that I feel. So now I can make adjustments to give that to myself or reach out in a better or different way or deal with the universe differently than I have been. So that's good. Okay. All right, we're still pulling it in. Let's see. For me, I'm feeling it creeping up now past into my head. I'm getting a sense of a little third eye activation as it goes up. Go figure. So if you want to accept that third eye activation right here, your clairvoyance, clear seeing, then that would be good for you. Yeah. Okay. A couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. This helps us shift the energy as we are working with it and shift ourselves and give ourselves the oxygen we need to process and connect and go through this. They're telling me this is actually kind of more of an activation than a release. Oddly enough, I'm hearing that now. Does anybody feel that? I'm feeling that. Okay. So now I'm going to ask if you are consciously aware or not. It doesn't matter. I'm going to ask you to be open, literally. You can open your arms up, be open, and be consciously mentally thinking of what you want to release if you know it. If not, then you're energetically open to releasing what is no longer working in your life, what isn't resonating, something you want to change within yourself, or situations, people, places, things. So just anything, basically, anything. And I want to go ahead and throw in, because I really liked what we did the last one, I really want to throw in the experiences and triggers that you have that were perhaps a negative impact on your life. Is anybody on this call that was on the first one that can speak to any differences they have felt since we did that experience release last time, a month ago? I'm really curious how people have felt, and by that I mean when you are tapping into or reminded of that memory or experience or event that happened that triggered you, how are you now feeling about it since the last release? Angela's saying hers, and the energy for her is spreading from heart area as it expands up and out and down. Cool, down too. Hi, Linda. Yay, you're here. Yeah, Esther, let me know if you've noticed anything. Oh, Esther, we're gonna do your stuff. We're doing your relationship stuff now. I hope that's in here, right? Let's do that. Angela's releasing fear and expectations and triggers from the past. Yes. Okay. So I want to hear if anybody has noticed a difference when they think about the event or experience or feeling that used to trigger them, if it's decreased, is what I want to hear about. If anybody has noticed anything. And it may be that you haven't noticed it because it's totally not in your awareness anymore. It doesn't even matter. So maybe that's a plus too if it's not even coming into your awareness. So think about that. Okay. All right. Where was I? Oh, we're throwing in experiences. Okay. Is everybody gathering up their stuff to release? Okay. I am hearing that you may not know what you need to release consciously if something's lurking in the background, like energetically, or maybe even something you're not conscious of all the time, but it is kind of holding you back in life. It's not really the way to say it, but go ahead and just say, I am open to releasing. You know, I am easily releasing everything that needs to be released, known and unknown. Okay. So Mabel has some anger from her dad. He's narcissistic and used to lash out and still lashes out. I'm divorcing a narcissist who is similar to dad. Yeah, this will be great for you, Mabel. Yeah. And I do other clear and protection type energetic work if you want to work with me on that stuff, because that's a big one. Okay, Esther's like, yes, 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 always ready to release. Yes, you are. So Linda's saying she hasn't thought about it from last time. Good. So that, I mean, I'm going to take that as that it worked, because if you, so you noticed before you did think about it, then we did the release, and now you don't think about it, just confirming. That's a good sign. Okay, Mabel, yeah. Shoot me a message and I'll message you back. That way we can be connected. Okay, so Mabel, just so you know, like, this is how I do my sessions. I mean, it's different. I'm doing a group session right now, but it's very similar with how I do my work as far as what shows up, and like it does obviously get individual because I'm working one-on-one with you, but you know, we really can dig in and release, and then we can also create some other stuff. Cindy says her triggers have decreased tremendously in most areas of my life, except for a few people I still find myself triggered by. Yeah, being open with no expectations and accepting what is helped me tremendously. Perfect. I think expectations is a big one, right? And living in the now, and yeah, awesome. Okay. All right, so we're ready. I know I felt like I was kind of stalling for a minute as we talked about those different things, but now we're ready. So we're going to start the release. We're literally doing this in some phases, okay? So I don't know what's coming. I mean, we're doing the 12-12 next, but it's going to be different. So just see what happens. All righty. Yeah. A couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. I am seeing a couple things. I'm seeing soldiers marching out of our bodies, like our physical and energetic bodies. I'm seeing like a river flowing with things in it, flowing out. And I'm seeing just random pieces of things releasing. So, you know, as I ask for things to be released, it's all just coming out of you. And what I mean by that is some of you are holding on to it physically in your body. And that can show up as just stagnant energy or an actual, I'm seeing brains, so actual thoughts. I'm seeing things leave our brains. Ooh, my brain a lot. Nice. And it can also be in our auric field and our energetic field around. So just consider that it's everything in your awareness and not in your awareness. Linda's asking to release all that needs to be released at this time, whether I know, understand, or feel it. Perfect. That is perfect. Awesome. And yeah, if I'm missing your comment, then I probably did not see it if I didn't say anything and I've moved on to other comments. So just so you know, if you wanted to copy paste. Oh, good. So Linda's saying it hasn't entered her mind since. Awesome. I love it. Okay. So we are releasing, releasing, releasing. So imagine things that you know about releasing. You may actually see them releasing or feel them releasing. And just gonna wait this out a little bit. Like I can't go on yet. It's still releasing. Everybody can have a water break. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I am feeling now a lot more up here, and I did just get the message that a lot from my brain was releasing. So yay for me and my brain and your guys' brain too. And let me know if you are feeling it, but I'm feeling quite a bit. I actually feel like Archangel Metatron is here kind of helping us release and rewire and whatnot. And I'm sensing a little, not dizziness, but an inner balance issue. I feel like I'm kind of moving inside myself, like my soul is moving, my spirit is moving. I don't know. I'm getting a yes. So we're about done. How's everybody feeling? Okay. Alrighty. And yeah. I just felt a shift. Did everybody feel that? I just felt like how you hold yourself in tension and then you release maybe. I don't know. I felt that kind of like I maybe just really let it go. So that's cool. Sorry, I'm getting a notification that my device is going to restart. Like it better not restart right now. All right, so let's see here. I haven't seen any comments yet on how you guys are feeling with this shift. So have a drink to hydrate. I feel like that one was kind of a big one. I'm feeling very, very mellow now. Okay. So let's start pulling in. We're ready for the 12-12 portal energy. So goodness me, this is all about ascension, about new beginnings, about a crystalline. I'm going to totally misquote Meg. Meg, I'm so sorry. Meg Benedicte. Like crystalline DNA and like I don't know. We're just there's the real sense of, I always keep hearing like getting back to our soul purpose or our soul. So Mabel's feeling relaxed. Yeah. Esther's feeling good. Yay. So, yeah. Whew. So this 12-12 portal energy, let's see what we got. I'm asking how we're going to use this. And so it is, so there's twofold. It's twofold. We're going to continue with, it's like fine tuning the release that we're doing, and then it's going to activate. So let's see what happens with this. I'm really feeling it deep inside me. Is anyone else feeling that? Starting at the same place, like third chakra for some reason for me. But it's really, I'm feeling it deep in my body. Remember to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Start shifting that energy a little bit. If anyone's feeling heavy. Very nice. Okay. So now I'm slowly starting to feel it coming up my body, this 12-12. Esther says release is always a good idea. I do feel like you released all the obstacles that are blocking your intention. I get a yes to that. Yay! Everybody's doing such great work. Okay. Very nice. So I'm feeling kind of a little series of shifts inside. Mabel's feeling heavy on her chest, yawning big time over and over. Angela, that's a lot of good releasing for you then. So if you're, sorry, but if you're burping, yawning, hiccuping, coughing, all of these are stomach gurgling. These are all releases and shifts, okay? So if you're feeling hot, if you're feeling cold, that's another part of it. Okay. Now I'm kind of feeling like a little bit happy and like all warm and like all is well with the world. Like a real, like a deeper sense of comfort, like really deep inside. Is anyone else feeling that? Everything will be okay. Comfort. You're supported. Yeah. So what I'm hearing for me, and I do feel like it'll apply to you, is that's a sign that some of the things that have been going on for me or happening or feeling like really have shifted out. So this new feeling of the support, the love, the comfort, that's all part of this release, because what I'm hearing is for me, I've been really stuck in this mode over here, trying to let go or trying to release or whatever. And now it's like that. It's like it went like this, and it really has been released. And with that release, that energy of that situation and time are gone. So it's this whole new, like I literally kind of feel like I'm opening up like this. Is anybody relating to what I'm saying? So that's normal with this kind of release and healing, because all that stagnant energy or consciousness in those areas is now gone. So it's really like having a fresh, clean slate to work with energetically. Cindy's feeling it too. Linda, a sense of tipsiness. That is a great way to say it, just a bit. But yeah, but it for me, it was like inside. It's like, it wasn't me physically. And you know, you guys, I get dizzy, you know, on here, like I have to hold on when we do things. But yeah, it was like inside for me was kind of shifting. So tipsy, I like that. See, look, you didn't even have to drink to get tipsy. Okay. Okay, we're about done with the 12-12. That, to me, that really felt like it solidified. Does anybody else feel that way? That it solidified what we had just done? So the second part of the 12-12 is an activation piece. So let's see what that brings us. Activating our inner soul, our purpose, maybe our life purpose, soul purpose, authenticity. They're talking about DNA and crystalline stuff and new beginnings and the ability to really step into ourselves and move forward in the life that we want to create for ourselves. Ooh, Esther, that's really good for you, huh? Yeah, I don't know. For me, I see this path. I see a path and we're walking and it's really clear. Like it's, I don't know. Let me know if it's clear for you. Like I don't have the details of my path, but I get the sense that it's very clear. And inside, I know exactly what I'm doing next. Go figure. I don't feel that way, but that's the sense I'm getting. Lena's been dizzy, but like this for days. Linda's solid, yeah. Yes. Lena, do you feel like you resonate a lot with the planetary stuff that goes on? Because I get this, I don't know, for you, Lena, Schumann resonance entered my mind. And if you don't know anything about that, read about it and see if that resonates. I'm also feeling it's full moon eclipse stuff for you, but let me know how that feels. I'm going to do a commercial break. We haven't even had a commercial break technically, so drink up. All right, so back to the activation. Let's see. So they are pulling in the energy now. To me, it feels very grounding with some sparks in it. I see a little bit of like sparky firecrackers going off, real small and gentle, nothing too crazy and big, which I appreciate. And I don't know, Linda, I'm using your word now. It feels like a solid energy. It feels grounding to me. It feels stable and like a lot of inner. It's for our inner selves, not our physical bodies, but our spiritual body, our soul. I'm really getting the sense that it's igniting things within us that either have been dormant or we don't realize yet or know about ourselves or want. Some of you might start getting really clear on next steps, on what you want to begin with. Something will pop out at you regarding soul purpose or life passion, or I know I work at a hospital, but now I totally want to go work with animals, or, you know, something might be shifting for you. So keep that in mind. Okay, Lena's saying she feels it. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm also seeing the pieces of the puzzle being fit together, like they're literally dropping out of the sky and into place deep inside of us. Can't wait to hear what you guys are feeling for this. To me, it feels very systematic. It feels very step by step. There's some kind of an actual activation process they're going through as they do this for us, and it's all like everything's lining up. Everything's in its place. Now they're moving on to the next and the next and the next. And this activation process is like this, but it's, you know, 7 steps. So I'm not getting specifics on the steps besides what I've already said regarding the different areas it could be affecting, how you could feel from it, what you can get from it later. It is really cool. And what I'm liking about these release parties is that they're doing an active, they're not just like releasing and then, okay, off you go. Like there's the activation piece that's coming through next. And of course it makes so much sense. Why didn't I think of it on my own? Okay. Linda's feeling the inner solid fluidity. Yes, that's a great way to say it. That is a great way to say it. Um, totally true. Yeah. I don't know. For me, I'm kind of like a list person though, like I used to write training manuals. So it's like step 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really good at instructions. So, you know, mom, here, figure out this VCR. Like, okay. So that's kind of where I come from. So maybe that's why I'm seeing it like that if you're not, but I'm really getting the sense that it's very programmed and detailed and specific. So this is kind of exciting. So I'm excited to see, like for myself, I'm in a big regroup mode. So what does this mean for me or for my business or for how how I offer or what I offer? Um, Lena says, when I was releasing today, I sent it down to Mother Earth to transmute to love and light. It was strong. I love that. Yep. And if you're not already doing grounding, I'm hearing to do grounding every day for you, Lena. That will help you um, feeling the other energies around you. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Oh, okay, we're done with that. Whew, I feel like I need to move around a little bit. How are you guys feeling? Yeah, that was like quietly, gently intense. I really felt a lot going on with that. So I guess I would have thought the Chiron healing would have happened before this. I should have thought of that through, but I'm getting it's okay. So Chiron retrograde is all about. So Chiron is the wounded healer, and been in retrograde since August, and it goes direct today or tomorrow. So if you've been feeling a lot of old wounds coming up, um, triggers, old patterns, maybe of behavior or life choices or things happening that always seem to happen. This has probably been an emotional, 4 months of like rehashing stuff and maybe letting it go or dealing with it on a deeper level or another level. So I'm just going to do a light, well, they're telling me it's going to be light. So we're just going to do a light. They're telling me it's like a cleanup. So you've already maybe been consciously working on some of this stuff. I know I have been. So it's it's like they know it and they're going to now like clear the energy of it. And I get the sense that a lot of us have really done a good job at integrate of actually kind of working through some of these things and letting them go. So now it's like a power washer of energy to clear it out of us, to get every last little bit out. What I found doing general clearings and energetic stuff is energy like hides like for a visual like under your armpit or in a little nook and cranny inside your physical body and in your auric and energetic fields. So it's just kind of a way to go in and like get it all out of the corners. Estha's open to the Chiron healing. And Angela, yeah, I was totally thinking of you, Angela, when I was talking about the Chiron stuff. Oh, yes. Okay, so um yeah. So let's do a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. There we go. So just pulling in this Chiron retrograde energy, power washer of energy to clear us from anything that needs to be cleared. It's interesting because I'm actually seeing different things come out. Well, we're not going to see the same things as we did in the beginning because they're all gone now. But it's interesting how there are still some actual things I'm seeing floating out of you guys. So that's cool. There's a distinction for these specific wounds that are coming out. And I get the feeling that some of you don't even know that you have been working on maybe childhood wounds or old wounds or hurts. But I'm being told that you have been energetically, maybe subconsciously, in the way that things have come up in your life in the last 4 months. So consider that and just be open to getting rid of it. Here we go. A couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So I'm hearing the question, who am I without this wound? And that's a good question, because I think a lot of us hold on to old stuff because it's familiar. It's familiar to always feel that certain way. And so there's a part of us that just expects it to always be that way because that's how it's always been and how it's always felt. So I'm urging you right now to please allow for yourself to ask curiously and interested and have fun with it and say, ooh, what would it feel like to not, feel rejected all the time? My life lesson, right? What would it feel like? Ooh, that's interesting. How would that be? What could that feel like? That feels new and exciting and fresh and not as heavy. I'm actually speaking for myself right now as I tune in. Tune in for a minute. What would that feel like? And start getting into that new feeling. Because you need something to replace that old feeling with, right? So, yeah, what would it feel like? Like, how good would that feel? So it's the way that you ask it, the way that you're saying it to yourself. Does that make sense? So, if you catch your mind expecting, I know that one of the really big first healings I ever had, oh gosh, this is a whole story for another time, but I remember I went home, basically, my energy healer, Matrix Energetics, Richard Bartlett, cleared an entity out of me that I had had since I was 15. I was 33 at the time. And when he cleared it out, and I went home and I was like waiting, like I could feel like I was so programmed. I was like waiting for this to happen, and nothing happened, and nothing has happened since in 16 years. So there's a shift that occurs when you are letting go or releasing or deciding to. So you've got to replace, once you recognize that you're kind of waiting for that old feeling, you got to replace it with the new, replace it with a question, replace it with, I bet when, now I'm going to start feeling this way because this is gone. Is that making sense? Okay. So, all right. They're saying we're done with that part. Chiron. Bye-bye, Chiron. Okay. Woo! All right. Hydrate up. Commercial break. And what are we on to next? Oh, the eclipse energies. All right. Okay, so sorry, there's going to be possibly a car coming by with an ad, so that could be our commercial break. Let's do some breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, please. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're not, so this eclipse energy that's going to come in now is going to be integrating everything we just did, pulling it all together. I'm hearing it's going to get congruent, it's going to integrate, and it's also giving a little zap of something. Can't wait to see what it is. All right, so yeah, I'm just doing a quick check-in on everybody. Everybody's still standing. Okay, good. All right, so we're not pulling in the whole eclipse energy. I don't want to blow us up, but just be noticing over the next month, 6 weeks. I guess I think the eclipse stuff ends in January. So yeah, about 6 weeks. Just kind of be noticing what's coming up for you. So this really could be a time of more letting go, more actually getting congruent within ourselves and deciding things, how to move forward. And I'm really getting the sense, especially as we go into 2020, the whole new beginnings thing, right? The whole planting seeds, creating a foundation. And I do get the sense that 2020 is going to start not slow, but steady as we put these things in place with planting seeds and figuring out. And then it's going to start expanding from there. So it really feels like if you want a fresh start right now, this is the time. It really is the time to do it. And yeah, I'll probably say more when I do a 2020 prediction or energy report. But yeah, to me, I get the sense again of all the puzzle pieces fitting in. I feel like maybe our life will start making sense if we feel like it hasn't been. Okay, couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's see how this eclipse energy is going to come into play. Okay. I'm actually seeing like three parts of a zigzaggy river under our feet and flowing and almost like a conveyor belt taking us with it. Really interesting. And so our feet are flat like this. Here, I'll do it this way. Our feet are flat like this. And the three pieces of the river are like this. So it's like supporting our feet like across our whole foot, this three rivers. I don't know. Okay. So there's a sense of flow, there's a sense of purpose, there's a sense of going somewhere. If we're on a conveyor belt, we're moving with it. Key point, we're moving with it. So a lot of us have been stuck. A lot of us have been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. A lot of us want something different for our life, but we have not taken any steps, or maybe even we haven't admitted to ourselves what we want. So there's a real sense now of that shifting and going with the flow and moving with life and with purpose and with conscious choices towards things. So the message I'm hearing is like, stop living on the sidelines of your own life, get in the game, get on the conveyor belt. And how's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling about that? I'm just getting, it's not a sense of urgency, like you have to make a snap decision, but I'm getting a real sense of urgency to own yourself, to own who you are, to get down to the nitty-gritty of your soul, to figure out your soul purpose if you haven't yet. We can work together on that if you want. To come alive and be who you are. So, oops. I'm not seeing any new comments, just so you guys know. So maybe you're all enthralled with that eclipse process. We're still going, we're still in it. I feel like the river is picking up a little bit. I feel like it's getting bigger. Before it was literally small, like, I don't know, size of my finger, couple fingers. Like it was very, it was very small, and now it's expanding. How's everybody feeling? Yes. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right. We're done with that part. So we are going to do a little bit of I like to replace the stagnant energy that we just released with some fresh, like bright, sparkly white light. They always do pink sparkly light. And now I'm grabbing my rose quartz to use this rose quartz energy. So we'll be sending you some of that. So Linda's did her morning card pull, and she pulled the star card and immediately thought of and felt new beginnings and lots of hope for all. I love that confirmation. Thank you. That was a new one that just came in. The whole, I mean, yeah, we've been talking new beginnings, but the way it came through today was a lot more detailed and personally powerful, I think, for each of us. Knowing, like the thing about, you know, these channeled messages, the biggest thing I feel like is, in this case in particular, is that we're being told that the energies are there for us to be able to create what we want. And that, so it doesn't, you don't have to know how it's going to happen or that it will even happen, but your job is to trust it and take action steps after you decide, right? So, but the fact that the energy is there to support us is a really good feeling. So tap into that, you guys. All right, sending through white sparkly light. And are you seeing this good enough? I mean, I love me my rose quartz. I usually sleep with it right here till it falls off and I roll over on it later in the night. So let's see. Bright, bright white sparkly light and really pretty light-ish pink with some darker pink swirls in it with sparkles of rose quartz coming through. Rose quartz is great for self-love, universal love, self-care. So if you can grab a rose quartz and keep it in your pocket or your purse or sleep with it, meditate with it, that would be a really good stone for you guys to use, I'm hearing. Some of you. All of you really, but I mean, I think it's really going to resonate for a few of you. Okay, I'm feeling soft and gentle and yeah, smooth and light, but relaxed, but also kind of like light, like let's do a little grounding. I feel like I need grounding. Do you guys need grounding? If you want to accept the grounding, please do. I'm actually gonna, let's just use the light we've got going and we're gonna pull it down. It's coming in through our crown chakra, the top of our head, and we're gonna just see it go down our body, down our legs, out our feet, and into the earth's core. There we go. Immediately I felt a shift once it hit the earth's core. A couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just take that light as far down into the center of the earth's core. I always picture like a kettlebell handle attached to a rock in the earth's core, and I tie the light to it. Then you're going to bring the earth's core up through that ray of light, up through the earth's core, up the bottom of your feet, your legs, hips, body, arms too, and the top of your head. Getting that reminder again. We did good. We didn't even get shut down. Whew. All right, let's have a little check-in with everybody and see how you're doing. I'm feeling pretty darn relaxed and I feel different. I feel lighter. I feel less burdened. I feel like my brain is stopped. I feel like I have a purpose again, even though I don't know what that is maybe, which really fits because the last couple of days have been like, what's my purpose? I mean, I'm doing my purpose, but like sometimes you don't feel like you are. So just to let you know kind of where I've been. Yeah, that was really good. Curious how you guys felt with it. Yeah. Another plug for the rose quartz, because I feel like some of you might want to go out and get one. Yeah, it doesn't have to be this big, you guys. Like, just get a little baby one, you know? Cindy's doing great. You're welcome. So glad to hear that. Yeah. So be gentle with yourself over this eclipse season and, you know, take some time to start noticing maybe what's coming up for you or how the eclipse is manifesting with new things or whatnot. I feel like a lot of things might seem random that kind of pop into our life right now, but I'm hearing, you know, it's not random, of course, and it's really the universe connecting with you and bringing certain things to you. So thank you all so much for being here and spending this time with me. I loved it. I'm loving our little release parties. So we'll keep having them because they're fun and powerful too. So let me know, shoot me a message or post on a comment, you know, how things are going as you go through and what you're feeling in regards to how differently you're feeling as you go through, what you're noticing different now that we've done this release. So thank you guys. You're welcome, Angela. Thank you for joining. All right, bye guys.